Joe, I met him on the train a while ago because I live in Ropilli and he works at night time and during the day. So I always talk to him when I see him and other security guard that he worked with. He's a good guy. You know, he's African elder. You know, we respect him in our community. You know, we were taught not to disrespect anyone older than you. You know, but he's only 17. When I was looking at him in the dock, you know, he's pretty young. He's still got the whole life ahead of him, but he gave himself a bad name. It's just not right. You know, I feel sorry for him as well too, because everybody sees him down the street now, and he probably get beaten up anywhere he goes. You know, by young people.
What did you think about the video when you saw it?
I was disgusted. You know, my friend posted in the morning yesterday. You know, and I look at it. You know, I say I know the guy. I talk to him all the time. My community is not happy. Not just African. Not 80% of my friends are whites, and they're not happy. If I was there, I would have taken everything in my own and just deal with the judge in court, because I wouldn't want anybody to get treated like that, whether you're white, black, whichever color you are, and a kid disrespect anyone like that in front of me, I'll take everything on my own.
Do you think that Brisbane is a racist place?
Yes, of course I know. Brisbane is, but the thing is, I'm happy with the guy that took the video. You know, a lot of things happen, but you guys, you media don't know. But you don't understand. If I put you under my skin just for one day, you realize exactly what we go through. But I was happy that guy filmed it. That was good. Just have respect. It doesn't matter who you are, where they from, respect them.
Yo, what's up world? It's your buddy Philko here. And right there, that was a friend of the victim who was a victim of that racist attack. Not really attack, verbal racist attack in a train station in Australia. And I definitely agree with this guy. I'm going to go in, but first let me explain why the video looks like that. I kind of have to fuck with videos and shit sometimes when it's from certain news channels that I don't know, because you know I don't want them coming at me. So no, I add some music, I add an image in the background so it could like be like fair use, because you know now the video is really fucked with, so it's like if you really want to see and hear the video properly, you have to go to their actual channel, you know, so that's why I did that. But let's get to it. He says something here that I realized I didn't mention in my video about this, but I agree with. I didn't have much of a problem with the cameraman. Apparently both of them were in trouble at first. The cameraman didn't do anything. The cameraman was laughing, maybe he was provoking it by laughing, but in the end, you can't arrest somebody for laughing. You really can't. I don't think anyone should be arrested for laughing. If he's laughing, sure, maybe he's encouraging the guy, but he never said anything like, come on, say something else, say something else. He was just laughing. They were drunk. I can't be mad at him for laughing. Just because he's not, oh my God, poor black guy. You know, I just feel maybe it's disrespectful to some people. I understand it. But a lot of times, even myself, I can't help when I laugh at certain things. Sometimes I laugh at something that I don't want to laugh at. It's just fucking funny. You know what I mean? He wasn't like in his face and all this stuff. And another thing I realized, that a lot of Russian people, usually Russian people because they're different than us Americans, a lot of Russian people aren't really that upset with the racist guy, with the guy who was yelling and shit. They're not really that upset. Most of them are saying, come on, he was just drunk. This is what people get like. Some people get angry when they're drunk, which I understand. I understand it, but we didn't know he was only 17. The dude was 17 years old. And when he did this racist rant, you know, he was 17 and he was drunk. A lot of Russians feel it's okay because he was drunk and, you know, he's just being insulting. And not only that, they were saying he was being insulting to everybody. On the train, he was being insulting. Not only that, some people say he was even nice to the black guy in the video. Because whenever a white guy said something to him, except for the big one at the end, whenever a white guy said something to him, he ran up to them ready to fight. Which is true. But the black guy, even when the black guy approached him, the black security guard, he just asked the black security guard to leave him alone. He wasn't really that aggressive with the black guy as he was with the other people. Physically, he was just ready to fight. He was always just, yeah, let's fight, fuck you, let's fight. He even called someone a white dog. These are just comments I'm reading from the white and mostly Russian people who watch the video. They see that, sure, he was being racist towards the black guy, but they say the black guy wasn't doing his job. That he wasn't doing his job. He was a bitch, and that's what he deserved for being such a bitch. Because, oh, that wouldn't go down in Russia. In Russia, that wouldn't go down. If security guards get made fun of, called all these names and stuff by some drunk dude who he's asking him not to do something, that wouldn't go down. Security guard would beat the shit out that dude, quick. And some people on the train would probably help him just for being so rude with their mouth and shit. Like Russians don't like shit talking at all. Russians don't like, that's one thing in New York you can hear time and time again, is shit talking. You can hear two people on the train trading threats, fuck you, this and that, for like up to two grown men even. Up to like, even up, I'd say 10 minutes straight. Just throwing words. Russians won't last that long with words. Words won't go so long. And they're not gonna wanna scream. Whenever Russians argue, they like getting personal and close to each other. They don't like making a scene. Americans, you fuck you, yeah, making a scene and look tough, but Russians, they'll walk up to you, put their head down at an angle, and they'll start talking to you. They might put their hand in your face, and they'll talk to you with a low tone, and the conversation won't go long, because I think it only takes Russian men 30 seconds of arguing to start fighting. That's how long it takes. Now, I'm not saying they're always fighting each other, it's just they don't throw that many words back and forth. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. They're not into the shit talking. You know what I mean? That's usually how it is. So, yeah, I agree with what he was saying. You know, he has mostly white friends. He's a great speaker. He's a smart man. I agree with most stuff he was saying. And the things that Russian people were saying to me that I just mentioned, you know, I didn't even think of those things, but now I'm thinking of it, and they are kind of right. He was extremely physically aggressive with the white people, but not the black guy. He ran at the operator of the train, wanting to fight this dude. He charged down the fucking train to fight the non-worker white dude to try to defend the black guy. He was ready to just fight any white person. But with the black guy, who's mostly just talking shit. Well, then again, the black guy was a security guard. So, just saying, just another way to look at it, just in case you didn't look at it that way. And I guess that's really it, people. Oh, and he feels sorry for the white guy because, of course, he's young, he's 17, and everywhere he goes, he might get beat up now because most Australians don't like it. So, I don't want you guys to think like most Australians are racist, because according to this guy who has mostly white friends, and he's a great speaker, and I think he's really smart, he says it's not good for that kid. So, I'm out, people. Later. New apartment, by the way. Like the 50th apartment I've had this month, year.